Okay. Well, hi everyone. It's Lisa here with Lucinda Lane, ACMM Mentor. And together we want to invite you to a very special event, a special moment at ACMM, the launch of our new elective written by Lucinda called Supporting Neurodivergent Minds with Meditation. How exciting, Lucinda.
I am so thrilled to be able to have written this for my master's project, and it's really helped me understand neurodivergent minds better and be able to support my participants and my own son as well.
Well, I think that's a beautiful thing you and I have in common is I've raised a neurodivergent son, and you have that experience as well. So I think that's a deep motivation for this work, isn't it? And Lucinda, can you tell us, in terms of meditation teachers, what would a meditation teacher typically expect that someone in their group might be neurodivergent? What sort of proportion of the community might identify as neurodivergent?
So currently, it's believed 1 in 6 people identify as being neurodivergent or have been diagnosed with some
Mhm.
sort of neurodivergent difference. It could be high because there's a lot of adults who have never been diagnosed. They've just muddled their way through life, and they just don't know that some of the things that they're dealing with and the differences they have are under the neurodivergent umbrella.
Okay.
Could be
Yeah,
quite.
yeah.
Hmm.
So it's, and what I've found too is that some of the things I've learnt with raising my son have been really relevant to my relationships with other people as well. It's not as though the things you learn about better ways to communicate with neurodivergent people, it's not that it's just limited to that interaction. I think a lot of the sensitivity and kindness that's required and called for is also really useful for as in a general way dealing with everyone. Would you agree?
100%. It's that extra level of acceptance and compassion and empathy that I think is so needed right now across the board, across no matter what your neurotype is. And I think working with neurodivergent people and in the neuro space, it's really highlighted how much more of a need there is. And it's so much more nuanced. So I find I pick up a lot more with just my neurotypical clients as well.
We're all on the spectrum to some degree, aren't we? Like we're all on that spectrum, whether it's at the more neurodivergent end or the less neurodivergent end, we all have traits to some degree.
To some degree, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
It's with neurodivergence, it's they tend to be more on the broader edge, outer edge of
Yes.
sensory perceptions than
Mm.
most people, and it's learning to be much more accommodating, much more accepting, and just showing that level of compassion and giving people space and time as well.
Respect, isn't it? It's that respect.
Just,
Yeah,
just respect, yeah.
yeah,
And meeting
great.
people where they're at when they come to a session as well.
Mm. So
Really,
it sounds like even though the elective is geared towards being able to support people who are neurodivergent, it's actually really useful for everyone in some ways, right? And you don't know, as you said, you don't know in your group who is going to be neurodivergent and who isn't. So it's
no.
kind of a best practice in a way.
Yeah, yeah, and it's probably much more inclusive as well. The clearer language, the understanding of sensory needs as well.
Mhm.
And how people perceive the world. Everyone perceives the world in their own unique way anyway, and it's having a better understanding of that. I think has really helped to be much more inclusive.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So this elective introduces a new and more responsive way to approach meditation teaching, one that moves beyond the one-size-fits-all techniques and invites a deeper level of awareness, flexibility, and care. You'll learn how to recognise and respond to different ways of thinking, feeling, and processing, and just making meditation more accessible and supportive and meaningful for neurodivergent individuals. What else is there, Lucinda, that we'll be learning?
You'll learn a lot more about neuroaffirming language as well. That's really important to members of the community, which by using correct language, you are more inclusive and more, it shows them that you understand and accept them for who they are and what they bring to the table. And I've learned so much from these people, and, particularly my own son. When you start using the right language, more inclusive language, they're more open to conversations, more open to sharing. They will relax a lot more and feel more comfortable and safer in the environments that they live and work and operate in, like everyone.
Fantastic. Yeah, exactly. So, as for meditation teachers, then will be equipped to bring meditation into these settings with greater sensitivity and impact, and offer practices that are not only effective but truly inclusive and deeply human. So the event's happening, our launch for this particular elective is happening on the 28th of April at 7:30 p.m. Melbourne, Sydney time. Lucinda and I will be doing a practice together. We'll be exploring what's covered in the elective in a bit more detail, a lot more detail, and we'll be talking about a whole range of things. Yeah. Great. And we'll also have a Q&A at the end as well. So I'm really excited, Lucinda. So looking forward to this event, and I hope the community will join us.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. Hope to see everyone there.